Gammon is such an amazing meat to do on the barbecue, especially this time of year. It's such an easy piece of meat to cook, and if you do it right, it can be absolutely delicious. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do exactly that, cooking this gammon joint to perfection and adding a sticky honey and cider glaze to really take it to the next level. So follow along in my step-by-step guide to wow your guests this festive season. I promise once you've tasted this, you'll never cook it any other way. So I'm starting out with an absolute monster piece of gammon. This is a 5.6 kilogram unsmoked gammon joint from Costco. It was £35, but they had an offer for £10 off. Today I'm cooking for 10 people plus kids. Not that kids aren't people, but you know what I mean. So I'm doing this extra large gammon joint. However, this method will work on any gammon joint, whatever the size. The key is you're just cooking to the internal temperature. My gammon came in this net, so you can get rid of that. And I've gone for an unsmoked gammon because I'm going to put it on the smoker, so I don't want too much smoke on there. Now the first thing I notice about this gammon is that it's quite slimy from the brining process, and it's going to be hard to work with, so I'm just going to take a paper towel and just get all that slime off. We're going to be cooking this joint at 150 degrees centigrade today, so we don't dry it out. However, this does mean we're not going to get any crispy skin, so we're best off just removing the skin completely while leaving as much fat as possible on the joint. It's quite tricky to do, so if you can get a butcher to do it, you're absolutely laughing. If not, just use a very sharp knife and be careful. You try and leave as much as the fat on as possible, but if you do a pretty rough job like I have, it's not a problem. So we're not going to waste this skin, it's going to go in the smoker with the gammon, and some of that fat's going to render out, which we can use to pour over it before putting the glaze on. The next thing we want to do is smother it in yellow American mustard, which we're going to use as a bind. Now if you don't like mustard, don't worry, this won't actually flavour the meat at all. Really, it's just there to help this barbecue rub stick. I'm just using my homemade barbecue rub, but you can use any barbecue rub that you can get your hands on. You don't need to go too heavy with the rub because we're putting a glaze on, just give it a nice even covering. And with that, it is time to go on the smoker. Now I'm putting it on my Traeger pellet smoker, but any lidded barbecue will do. The point is that you need to have it running at 150 degrees Celsius, or as close as you can get to that. Now the gammon's going to take on some of the smoky flavour from the smoker, but if you don't have a barbecue or a smoker, you could just do this in the oven. You'll lose any of that smoky flavour, but the tenderness of the meat itself should be roughly the same. I've added the pork skin in a metal tray to render the fat down. I stick the thermometer in to monitor the internal temperature. And now it's on to make the glaze. Now the recipe for this glaze is really simple. You just start with 1 cup of cider, any cider will do. Grab yourself a medium saucepan and throw it in there with 1 cup of dark brown soft sugar. Follow that up with 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Next up, we're going to do a whole cup of clear honey, just to add to that sweetness. And then 1/2 cup of whole grain mustard. If you want, you can do 1/4 cup of whole grain, 1/4 cup of Dijon. But I only had whole grain, so that's what went in. And finally, before we start cooking it, we just need to put in 2 spoonfuls of garlic, minced. Now, I like to use very lazy garlic because that's very much my vibe. Whack it onto the hob, onto a high heat, and stir up until all mixed together and starting to simmer. And once it's bubbling away nicely, you can turn it down to a medium heat, and it's time to add a nice big tablespoonful of butter. This is to give it that nice silky smooth finish. Just stir it in until it is all melted. And at this point you are actually done with your glaze. However, if you're like me and want a thicker glaze that just completely sticks to and covers your gammon, you can add a little bit of corn flour to a glass with a little bit of water, stir that in, it'll thicken it right up. And that's a great tip for thickening up any sauce. Corn flour is amazing. Just remember you have to mix it with cold water first and pour it into the hot liquid. You can let that sit for as long as you need to until your gammon is ready for saucing. It'll need to be at an internal temperature of at least 60 degrees Celsius. And once you've confirmed that with your probe, it's time to sauce it up. So get your gammon and put it into some sort of dish that's going to hold the sauce. I'm just using a gastronome tin here, but anything will do. Before you sauce up, grab that bit of skin that you've been rendering the fat off and pour it over the gammon. This just gives it extra flavour and extra moistness. Now it's time to add that sweet tasty glaze to your gammon, so pour it all over, make sure every bit's covered. Some of it's going to fall down the sides, but if you've got a nice thick sauce, it'll give you a good coverage. And once that's on, it's time to close the lid for about 20 minutes or so to let that all tack up. At this point, you just need to check that the internal temperature of the gammon is at 63.5 degrees centigrade. This is the minimum safe temperature for pork, so you have to hit this number, but it means you haven't cooked it so high that you've dried it out. Then it's time to take it inside to rest. Now rest it under some foil for about 20 minutes. It's going to keep cooking and go up a few degrees, but that's absolutely fine. Once it's had time to rest, it's time to pull it out and start to carve it up. Now with gammon, you want to do nice thin slices, probably about 1/2 centimetre thick each. And remember to help yourself to some of the best bits along the way. This gammon was so tender and juicy all the way through, and having that extra sweetness in the glaze really helps counteract the saltiness of the gammon. Now this was an absolutely mammoth piece. I bought it to feed 10 people, but we had plenty of leftovers. Cooked gammon in the fridge is fantastic. You can eat it cold or use it in sandwiches. It's not going to go to waste. Speaking of not going to waste, you now have a good amount of glaze and meat juices in the bottom of your pan. Whack them in a jug and serve them as a sauce. Gammon is one of my favourite meats, especially around Christmas, and when cooked properly and not dried out, it can be absolutely delicious. Adding that sticky glaze to counteract that salty flavour from the gammon really takes this to the next level, and it is such an easy piece of meat to cook on the barbecue. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know, and subscribe for more easy barbecue content. I'll see you in the next one.